Michael McLean, NoBullBook.com. I have a brand new left arm tattoo. Believe it or not, I am not a tattoo person, but this particular tattoo on my left forearm, as I pull up my sleeve here, actually is something that serves me very well. As you can see there, along with my two Be Relentless armbands, 15,000. 15,000. And as you can see, I've written it in my trusty green Sharpie permanent marker. I gotta scrub that off when eventually I'm done with that number. Green stands for abundance. Green stands for go. Green stands for action. That's why I use green Sharpies with those recipe cards that I write my aha ideas down when I'm reading. And I use green in my journal for action items. I use blue and black for other things, but green for all my ideas and action items. It's a small thing. Maybe it doesn't matter, but it matters to me. Green means abundance. Green means action. So, why the hell am I writing 15,000, the number 15,000 on my forearm and walking around like a madman, because I'm usually wearing t-shirts so that everybody actually does see it, or at least they're interested in seeing it. That number represents my latest goal. One goal. I work at one goal at a time. Not 3, not 15, not 25. I work one goal at a time. I have a bad habit. I set a new goal to break that habit, to replace it with a good habit. That's the two parts of goal setting. Get rid of the bad habit by replacing it with a good habit. You have to replace it with a good habit. That's all goal setting is, replacing bad habits with good habits. One at a time, not 2, not 3. So this is my latest goal. 15,000 steps per day walking. 15,000 steps per day walking. And that is my only goal for the next 30 days, the next 45 days. And then it'll get up to, I won't have to write it on my arm after that. 90 days, it's a lifestyle, and I don't have to worry about it again. The reason, after walking for the last 20 plus years, that I have this written on my arm is I'm taking my walking to a whole new level. And to do that, I have to set a goal. And I can't just set it. I don't believe in outcome goals. It's like in 2019, when we finally won the Barclay Cup hockey championship with my Perth Blue Wings, after 25 years of failure, our team, my franchise, I was the coach and owner, we were able to win the Barclay Cup for the first time since 1994. But how did we do it? We didn't do it by talking about winning the Barclay Cup. We didn't talk about, winning championships or putting up pictures of the Barclay Cup or even talking about the Barclay Cup. As a coaching staff, we decided to focus only on process goals, only on habit and ritual goals. I call them system goals, process goals. But the things that way, we were in control. We were in control of earning a Barclay Cup. And what was our one single goal that it all came down to back in 2019? This was our mission. This was our number one goal. And it gave us our best chance to win as an underdog. That goal was 75 shifts, period. 75 shifts. We didn't talk about the Barclay Cup. We didn't talk about our opposition. We didn't talk about the other teams' records. We didn't talk about who we were playing. We didn't worry about the crowds. We didn't worry whether we were playing on the road, whether we were playing at home. We didn't worry about the other team's best players, their power play, their penalty killing. We didn't worry about anything that was beyond our control. So we focused 100% on the process, our process goals. What do we control? And we made it even simpler by boiling it down to the one thing that all 23 players, all 4 coaches, even our trainers had to focus on. And that was 75 shifts. Win 75 shifts. Win 75 shifts. And we had these plastic armbands. You see those relentless, but we had those made up for every player, every trainer, everybody. Win 75 shifts. So on average, there's 75 shifts in a hockey game, more or less. And that was our entire goal. That's what we could control as a team, win 75 shifts. In the first period, win 25 shifts. In the second period, win 25 shifts. In the third period, win 25 shifts. If you win 75 shifts, we told our young men, you'll look up at the scoreboard and you'll be happy with what you see. Our eyes never and our focus never got off the process of winning shifts. When we were losing momentum in a game, we would say to our players on the bench, win shifts, win shifts, win the next shift, win the next shift. When we got scored on, immediately everybody on the bench, win the next shift, win the next shift, win your next shift. When we had momentum going, win your next shift, win your next shift. When we were killing penalties, the referee, bad call, win your next shift, win your next shift, win your next shift. Playing in hostile environments, the crowds yelling, screaming, win your next shift, win your next shift. You're tired, you're fatigued, you're injured, win your next shift, win your next shift, win your next shift. And this worked extremely well with our group of young men because focus is the difference between winning and losing. I mean, all these players and all these teams are highly talented, but this mental toughness, win your next shift, win your next shift. What I love about process goals like that is that you have control, outcome goals like I'm going to lose 75 pounds. That's great to say once, and that's great to put on your vision board. I want to lose 75 pounds as an example. But then as soon as you put that up on your vision board where you can see it, after that, it's all about the day-to-day process goal, okay? To lose 75 pounds, I got to drink a gallon of water, I got to walk 10,000 steps, and I got to eat clean. So there's your process goals. So those 3 things are a lot more important than just going around saying, I'm going to lose 75 pounds. And this is how the great coaches do it. That's how Bill Belichick talks to his team. That's how Mike Riley used to talk to his basketball teams. That's how, Tom Landry used to talk to the Cowboys. That's how Jimmy Johnson won 2 Super Bowls in Dallas. That's how Scotty Bowman won 5 straight Stanley Cups with the Montreal Canadiens. All the great teachers are incredibly simplistic, and they're all about the process. Now, Nick Saban in Alabama has made this new and exciting and as if it's something new, and the process has been around for 1,000 years. He's just put a different label on it. But he's a guy that eats, sleeps, and breathes the process. It's all about every single play has a history and life of its own. Win that next play, dominate the guy across from you, then on to the next play. So you take the crowd, you take the other team, you take the other players completely out of it. It's all about you. Well, do the exact same in your life, and that's what I do with these arm tattoos. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I got the idea from the great Garrett White. Wake Up Warrior. Garrett is a tremendous, tremendous guy, total badass. And his company, Wake Up Warrior, just an amazing, amazing guy. But he came up with this idea, and I read it several years ago, about writing your number 1 goal on your arm. And that seems pretty radical, pretty extreme, but I want extreme results. I want renegade results. I want badass results. So I embrace all that stuff. I'm not embarrassed to write. I had 75 shifts, win 75 shifts written on my arm for 3 months back in 2019. Underneath my dress shirt, underneath my three-piece suit and tie, win 75 shifts written on my forearm. And it didn't matter whether I was waking up in the morning or having a shower or out walking or, reading. I just kept looking. It just kept reminding me I couldn't get away from my number one process goal. The number one thing that gave me my best chance to win a championship. I just couldn't get away with it. And I believe that it kept me as the head coach focused like never before, because I just couldn't get away from it. I had it on the bathroom mirror, win 75 shifts. I had it in my journal. I wrote it every morning when I got up, win 75 shifts. I wrote it in my journal when I went to bed, win 75 shifts. I even had a card in my vehicle. So it was everywhere, but I took it to the next level. Extraordinary results require extraordinary actions. So I wrote it on my arm when I read that about Garrett. And I'm telling you right now, it's just like it was right there in my skin, in my DNA, and always in my thinking. And when I got off track, when we weren't playing well or things were going south on us or whatever, it just helped bring me back to win 75 shifts, win 75 shifts. So I've used it in my personal and business life ever since then. And it's just been an outstanding thing for helping me achieve my one goal. So I have my mission every day. I have a mission to help 1 million businessmen. A mission. That's my mission. That's the thing I cannot not talk about. Over the next decade, I want to help 1 million businessmen like you, elite businessmen, married with children, live life and do business on their own terms. I want to help you build your own world. Your world, your terms, your world, your rules, build your own world to your customization. So this helps me. So on my arm, as an example, I've had read, like you could put on your arm, read 10 minutes or write 10 minutes, or you could have, 5,000 steps, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, 1 gallon. Or it could be, prayer. It could be a date night. Whatever it is, your number one goal is, and it's different for everybody, and it's different throughout time. Try writing that on your forearm. And, your wife is, excuse me, going to think you're crazy, but I am the 1% crazy. I am the 1% crazy. So this is just perfect in alignment with my style and my personality. And if it works, I do it. And this works. So just think about, what is your number one goal? Not your 3 goals. What's your number one goal you're working on right now? And then what are the 1 or 2 processes that you need to actions every single day to make that goal reality? Is it drinking a gallon of water? Is it copywriting for 10 minutes a day to get started? Is it walking for 15 minutes every morning? Is it 5,000 steps? Is it 10 minutes of writing? Is it a date night every Wednesday night with your secret weapon spouse? Is it, reading for 15 minutes? Is it reducing your cell phone use? Locking that thing away, not checking your email, say till 11 a.m. Whatever it is, playing offense, not playing to lose. And try writing that on your arm like I do. But it's got to be the one thing. A fox just walked in there. Cliffy didn't notice him. And that's really cool. So that's that. So try it. I'm going to have this on my arm for the next 45 days because I have been walking around 12,000, 13,000 steps a day, which is about an hour. Well, because we're home here in Canada and I have a little bit more time in the summer, I want to drop another 5 pounds. I want to get in even better shape. I'm doing more Hindu squats. I'm doing more Hindu push-ups. I'm doing sprints every 3 days a week on this hill with my daughter because school is now ending. And these are the type of things that I'm doing. But what's the number one process goal for me to get in even better shape? For me to drop those 5 pounds, it's 15,000 steps. So I'm not hitting my goal, and I was tired of losing. I'm doing 13,000, 12,000. I monitor them every day with this Oura ring, so I know how many steps a day. But I just couldn't consistently get to 15,000 steps. So what did I do? I said, okay, enough. I wrote it on my arm, and I wrote it on my wall. I wrote it in my journal. I put it up on the bathroom mirror, but I wrote it on my arm, okay? 15,000, 15,000, 15,000. So I'm into like day 3, putting that Jerry Seinfeld, a big X up there, hey, 15,000. Cliffy, no, leave him alone. Cliffy, leave him alone. 15,000, and that's the way that is. So try it, don't try it. Also, if you don't have a copy of my book, come here, buddy. You can get a copy of my book. You stay here. We don't need you fighting foxes. We don't need you fighting foxes. So let's go this way. So my book, you can get a copy at nobullbook.com. And if you haven't got a copy, it's $19.95. And I will pay for the shipping. You pay for the book, $19.95. Also, I'm starting a brand new world building mastermind. Just making sure that fox is gone. And you can apply. It's not a commitment yet. At badasschampion.com. That's badasschampion.com. And you can go there and leave your name and email, and that'll put you on a waiting list for this mastermind that I'm going to be starting in September. 18 elite men. And it's a 12-month program. We're going to have 2 live events during the 12 months. It's weekly coaching online from me as well. Every Wednesday, we're going to have a 90-minute training session. And you're going to be associated with 18 top 1% elite businessmen. These guys are champions. These guys are kings. You're going to level up. You're going to level up your social circle. And remember, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you're looking to level up your association, this is a fantastic way to do it. It's very expensive. It's demanding. It's accountability. It's hard coaching. And you're probably not going to recognize yourself or your marriage or your relationship with your children or your physical or mental health or your bank account after that 12 months is over. Association is that powerful. So if you're interested in being with the best of the best, these are my Navy SEAL clients, a lot of my world builders in here. If you're interested in leveling up and working with the best of the best, then you can do that at badasschampion.com. That's it for today. 2 words that changed my life. 2 words that can change your life. Be relentless.